In this episode, we will present you guys 5 overrated anime and 5 underrated anime or manga, sorry, my bad. And the Zoomer has some weird takes on there, and the Boomer has some base takes to get get the Zoomer mad. So stay tuned for this episode. So then, let's get started with the 5 first overrated animes or mangas that I wrote down. The first one that I have is Toradora with an 8.07 rating. And yes, I really think Toradora is highly overrated because I mean, I had solid fun when watching this show, but yeah, the ending sucked for me balls because I wanted to end the MC with the other girl. And yeah, I mean, you can see that they have some connection. Tora, no, what's her name?
I have not watched it
Oh, okay.
for good reasons. Because I
That's
don't like the character designs, the looks of it.
yeah, that's also a point that yeah, was kind of turning me off. Yes, but Toradora is, in my opinion, overrated. It shouldn't deserve an 807 rating on my anime list, in my opinion. Um, yeah, that's what I can say about Toradora.
Not only the rating, but it's also one of the most, not beloved, but one of the most popular or talked about romance. Or it
Yeah,
was at least.
it
So
was
that
pretty.
also makes it
Mm,
overrated, I would say.
yes, it was pretty highly talked about in on social media, and I don't understand it. I mean, it had some funny moments, but yeah, it was nothing special. It had the normal anime romance tropes every romance has. Yeah, it's just for me, it's just a 6 or 7 at best.
And from the, sorry,
No, you can
from the
go on.
clips that I saw, it's also a classical tsundere show,
It is.
which also overused.
Oh yeah, that's another point. I really think Tiger is way too annoying at like 10 or almost half of the show. She's way too annoying, or maybe more than half of the show. I really don't like her tsundere. It's way too annoying.
And most of the clips that I saw, I had the same feeling that it was too much.
Yeah, it was.
Also, a
I
reason why I have not watched it.
mm, I really hated her at the beginning. I mean, over time it was okay-ish, but yeah, the beginning was pretty rough with her. And our MC is also not the brightest of candle on the pie on the cake.
It's the classic dumb as a rock MC, he wants to say.
Yes. Is this saying in English? I don't think so, right?
I I know the saying that you want to say, but I don't know the English expression for it.
He's not the brightest. That's what you can say in English.
He's not smart.
Um, yeah, but I really think the rating is too high, in my opinion. It should have been lower. Because other shows that I have in underrated um, are lower than this show, and this is annoying me. But you will find out later what I wrote down for underrated. Yes, and then this concludes Toradora. Or do you want to say anything?
Nope.
Okay. Then next up I have Horimiya. And don't get me wrong, I like Horimiya. But I read the manga, so I can criticize the anime because, in my opinion, the anime sucked a little bit because there were scenes left out, important panels were missing. Yeah, it just felt like they had to uh, make the pace go faster because to fit it in 11 episodes. I mean, we got Horimiya Pieces, which I haven't watched yet, but I think it can't um, convince me otherwise that it's overrated. I mean,
In that regard, oh sorry,
it has an 8.8 8.18 rating, and I think it's too high for the anime. The manga deserves that rating. I don't know what the manga is, but I only wrote down for the anime, and I think that's too high.
I know the manga is one of the highest rated and most popular romance animes on my anime list, but I don't know the number on top of my head.
Yeah, I think it's pretty high up there,
Yes.
and yeah, it deserves it. The manga was pretty good. Let me just quickly check it. You can.
What I wanted to say before, if you do something wrong and then try to fix it years later, I would say that's still no good.
Hmm. Yes,
With what you mentioned for Horimiya stories,
yes. Have you watched or read it?
I've watched it and bought the manga and had no fun while reading the manga because I knew most of the stuff already.
Yes, but you know what I mean with missing panels or important stuff, right?
Not really. I read not much in the manga
Okay.
because I think it's a story we can have fun once, but it's no reread material for me.
Yes, and this show particularly brought up some Sims. And I just checked the rating for the manga, it's 8.41. So I think that's solid because it has only 163,000 members on my anime list, the manga. So yeah, I think it's deserved for this.
I mean, the manga's not bad, but
Yes.
for me it was the fact that I have to watch or read it again, which made it droppable.
Hmm. But I really liked Miyamura with his anxiety that people find out who he really is and Hori being open about him and wanting to be beaten up by him and stuff.
Yes, the characters were the strong part of the show, I would say.
Yes, also
I
the
I liked most of them.
also the side characters were good in the show.
Yes. Rare for romance shows.
Hmm, because
There's another one where this is the fact, but anime onlys don't notice.
hmm,
You
um,
also don't notice. Don't say hmm.
yes, but there are a lot of shows like this out there where the side cast is basically just there for I don't know character development of the MCs, not doing anything for the show, basically.
They're just static background.
Yes, I really like it when random characters in an anime just have no eyes. It's too funny because why don't they have eyes?
Saving budget, the classic.
Yeah,
Or when there's the grey crowd in the background.
yes.
Oh,
Um, yeah, but I set my points for Horimiya and why I think it's overrated. Yeah, I think it should have been like no, seven, seven. Seven is solid for this anime.
a solid romance.
Yes, but I think it's not one of the best romances out there. Yes. Next up is Spy X Family, and I have to say I really liked Spy X Family, and I have collected the manga until volume 14, so I have some good knowledge of Spy X Family. But I have to say it's repetitive over time. It's basically the same. The jokes aren't that funny anymore. Yeah, it's really repetitive at times. Or what do you
I have
think?
that also on my list. So I can hijack your segment with my Spy Family One Punch Man segment.
Okay.
Because I think both of them are kind of similar for me. I mean, One Punch Man is animation stuff, but Spy Family One Punch Man got famous through comedy and memes.
Yes.
And when you're getting famous through comedy and memes, this can only carry you for as long as it can.
Hmm.
For example, JoJo, also famous for memes, but JoJo is still one of the best battle systems and one of the coolest power systems with stance.
Yes.
And it's doing every fight something unique. That's what Spy Fam and One Punch Man lack for me.
Hmm.
They lost their spirit.
Yes, it's always the same stuff, and yeah.
You had by the way, you have by the way more manga volumes from Spy Fam than I have. I think I dropped it at around 13.
Okay. Yeah,
Rare
but
occasion that you have more manga volumes than me for
yes,
that series.
but yeah, I stopped looking for it actively. I don't know. I didn't feel the same with the first few volumes. Yeah.
I mean, nowadays only one volume per half of a year is coming out.
I mean, the first season of Spy Fam has an 8.42 of on my anime list. I think that's deserved, but yeah, it went downhill after this. Like, yeah,
I think also the second season to one point was good. Like the stuff at the boat with
yeah,
Noah.
it
That was season
was
2 as well.
it was possibly the strongest arc of Spy X Family.
Because Spy Family is at its best when all of the family members are involved, not just Alia stuff is being spammed.
Yeah, it's also the school takes over like 80% of the time, and we don't see your Briar do much stuff.
You mean Yor and Lloyd.
Yeah.
You, you said your Briar.
Oh, and I,
Yes, that's also my biggest critique point.
yeah. But it was still a solid show. I will definitely watch season 3 someday, but not now because I'm biased.
You will have fun while watching it, especially with friends. Spy Fam is still a show that's great to watch with friends.
Yes, definitely. But still, the rating is too high in my opinion. I would give it at best like a 7.5.
Yes, that's fair. Still good, but not exceptional.
Yes. For the next show, it hasn't quite a high rating, but yeah, I still don't like the show. I dropped it after 3 episodes or so of watching it, and it's Nisekoi. I really don't like this show. It was so popular back then in the days, and I don't understand why. I mean, I remember a meme where the MC were driving a bike around a curvy street, and yeah, I don't know what happened there anymore, but it was funny. But yeah, I really don't like the show.
I also read just one volume. Because the setting in itself sounds cool.
Yes, arranged marriage can kinda be good.
And also, what wasn't there a mafia clan? Mafia Yakuza clan, kinda.
Yakuza kinda, yeah.
That has also inferior potential, but it has also for me the same problems as Toradora, kinda. Character
Yes,
designs are kinda meh. Tsundere syndrome.
yes, the main character is also very annoying, and I couldn't bear with her. I'm sorry, you guys who like her or the anime, but I couldn't bear it. Um, I forgot the rating. It's 7.55 on my anime list, and I think it should be lower, in my opinion. I really, really don't like this show. Yes,
Isn't also quite long.
I think so. And I wouldn't want to watch the Tsundere every episode being.
25 volumes. Sheesh. That's
Yes,
long for a romance.
I wouldn't want to watch the Tsundere being annoying for like 30 episodes. Nah,
25 volumes is more than 30 episodes.
I think 50 or so, maybe.
Could be it.
But I don't want to bear watching this shit. So I dropped it after 4 episodes. Yes, this was about Nisekoi, and I think my rating is uh, six. Six, I would say six.
Quite generous for something that you've dropped after 3 episodes.
Yes, I don't want to get the haters on my neck. Um, yeah. And the next show that I wrote down is I will also get some hate from the JoJo fanboys here, and it's of course Stone Ocean.
Hate,
I
hate.
I got your hate as well. Nah, I really don't like Stone Ocean. I think we should have stayed true to the original JoJo's stuff and not just being in the prison for the whole arc or the whole I don't know what it's called part.
Incorrect, by the way, but you do you.
Yeah, I mean I dropped it after 5 episodes or so, and I don't know. We had some weird stands there. The lesbian thingy was kind of putting me off, and yeah, I don't know. Stone Ocean isn't it for me. I mean, you can have
So
your
bro is non-inclusive. I see, I see.
Nah, it was just too over.
I I know it was a joke.
The rating for Stone Ocean is also really low for JoJo's. It's 8.06, so
Netflix.
yeah, Netflix.
Netflix fucked this part because they are releasing the episodes in batches, not weekly. The classic.
Ah, yeah.
Everyone was outrageous, and now they are doing it again for Steelbook Run. Who could have thought about it? You guys can learn. Can you? No? Sad.
Netflix. Um, yes, but I don't think I will ever watch Stone Ocean at full. I'm sorry, JoJo fans, but I'm watching Steel Ball 1 because Steel Ball 1 is peak.
In terms of JoJo ranking, Zone Ocean is probably place. Is it third for me? Probably yes. Number
I've
one is Steel Ball Run, then Part 4, then Stone Ocean, and then the Italian part, Golden Wind.
For me it's quite different because I have part 3, part
Too
2,
long.
no, part 3, part 2 and part 1 in my top
I
3.
think. Oh, massive else.
Nah, part 3 is the best. Let's be real.
No. But I
Yes.
like that you have Part 2 high. Part 2 is underrated.
Yes, it is.
Part 2 is serious. It's probably one of the funniest parts.
Yeah, would be fitting in this in my underrated as well, but I haven't it in there.
But speaking of your underrated, I think we should go there now.
Yes. The first one that I have is Marriage Toxin. Like, bro, you watched some Peak with Geru versus Naruko, and you gave it a 7.55 rating? Like, did we watch the same anime? And
No, I haven't watched it.
yeah, I mean the guys who wrote it so lowly.
I know.
Like, guys, are we for real right now? Like, what are we doing here? Marriage Toxin is a great show because we got some nice characters, nice side characters. Our MC is relatable because he never touched a woman. He never felt the touch of a woman, so of course he would be nervous around them. We got
And
so
that makes him relatable for you, I see.
um Yeah, and we got some nice fights already with Naruto versus Geru against Ushio. Did we got another fight? No, I don't think so, right? No, but
Probably not yet. I don't know where anime is exactly.
no, we just got two fights. But more good fights will come soon with the Beast Clan arc. Trust me, guys, you will rate it higher than 7.55 when the Beast Clan arc is concluded. Because the Beast Clan arc is very, very strong.
I mean, I recommended you the manga, so I obviously like it as well.
Yes,
It's a great combination between rom-com and battle shonen.
yes, kinda like Dandadan.
Mm, in that regard, it's actually better than Dun Dun Dun. But we will talk about that in another episode.
Yes. Um, yes, but I think the rating should be higher. It should be around 8 to 8.5, not a 7.55. Then the next show that I want to talk about is Guilty Crown. Like, what are we doing here as well? 7.4? Like, are we for real right now? It's at least an 8 in my books because I had some fun watching it and I felt something when the MC turned evil for a moment and wanted to fuck everyone. It was nice. Then he got back his normalness and turned back to being good. And I think the story is good. The side characters are good. It has a nice power system with I don't know what it's called again, but it was good. I really liked it. The whole show is good in my opinion. Better than a 7.4.
I haven't watched that. You wanted to recommend it to me once for our recommendation segment that we had in the past, but it
Yes.
was not on Crunchyroll or on
Hmm.
any other platform which I had, so sadly couldn't watch it.
Yes.
So can't comment.
Next up is Call of the Night. I mean, I saw some posts on social media when it was airing, but now it's completely forgotten. But I think the 7.95 rating should could also be higher than just this because I had some fun watching Call of the Night. It had something fresh, and who doesn't like a vampire?
Well, you need to have good execution because the setting is cool, but everything else is not.
Ah, I don't think so.
Maybe that's personal preference, but I like the setting with the freedom stuff, with getting away from society, finding your own path, not fitting into norms. That's all good.
Yes,
Character designs, meh. Fan service, meh. Writing also kinda meh. But that's all personal opinion.
yes, I think the characters are okay, but I really like the vampire girl, our main vampire girl.
But I would say the show is well rated. Even though I don't like it, but I think from how I think people judge it or from what I've heard, it's okay rated.
Yes, okay, then that's your opinion. I think it should be a little bit lower, maybe 8.2
A
or
little
3.
bit lower. Great
Higher,
take, my guy. Great take. You said lower.
higher.
It's on the recording. You can't deny that.
I will cut it out.
Yes, but I also have a recording and will put it in the end. I will check that.
um, yes, then next up is A Heart and Sun, and I think this show is just a wholesome romance and it should be higher than a 7.25 rating. I had some fun watching it. It was a comedy, a rom-com that was pretty wholesome, so I think it should be higher than 7.25. But yeah, it's my personal preference because I read the manga and I know what will happen in the next season, and I really like the show. Yeah, you haven't.
I know basically nothing about that show.
Yeah, it's basically like Komi, but she just speaks in silent. Speaks in 1 decibel.
Mhm.
Yeah. So then, last is another, and another has a 7.46 rating, and I think this should also be higher because it had some nice horror aspects, but you can see a lot because there aren't a lot of good horror anime out there.
Anime, yes. Manga, there's definitely better stuff.
Yes, of course, but anime there aren't a lot of good stuff because I was actively searching for horror anime and did found shit. So, and I really liked that the plot is basically there's one classmate too much in the class, which is basically a ghost classmate, and because it has to even out the numbers of the class, one has to die until the ghost got revealed. I think this show has some nice horror in it. The deaths are also pretty interesting. I mean, the umbrella scene is very iconic. Even you know the scene, right?
No.
You don't know the scene where a girl falls downstairs?
You talked about it, but I haven't seen it.
Okay. It was very popular, like five, not 10 years ago. No, not 10. 6 years ago, or a little bit more. But it was really popular. So yes, this concludes my overrated and underrated takes. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about my takes. Do you agree with my takes, or am I just biased as fuck?
Also double time he wants to finish.
Yes, I think we should go on to your part then.
I want to have 5 more minutes cover. No, let's get on to the better part.
I don't think so.
So, overrated manga and some animes. Up first, the elephant in the room when making this podcast. It's Demon Slayer, the manga. I think the anime is a bit overrated as well, but it's fine where it is as a action film, action movie. It's like Marvel, for example. You will have fun with watching it, but get back to the point. I think the manga is overrated in one thing, it's numbers. Do you know the sales numbers of that thing?
It's 20 million or more.
More. It broke every record during the pandemic because people wanted to know how the story continued. And that record is unbreakable. So Demon Slayer is basically the record holder for manga sales number, and that is not justifiable because of the quality of the manga. And that makes it the most overrated manga if we speak about numbers.
Yeah, I mean,
You can
I
look up
have
the
the.
numbers, it's insane. It's not even close compared to One Piece and stuff in that year. It's mental.
Yeah, I mean, I saw them.
That's why Demon Slayer is on this list. And I would say this is not as biased as I'm normally towards Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I mean, this sake, I'm completely fine with it.
It's no blind hate like the usual stuff.
Yes.
Up next we have also one of the most highest rated and popular mangas, it's Slam Dunk. I think Slam Dunk is a good manga, but I dropped it because of the characters are just I don't like them. They're just unsympathetic assholes with the delinquent stuff. And however, MC is, well, he's just a fraud. I don't like Sakuragi. Bro goes just to a basketball club to get in contact with women, is trolling around the whole time and not taking everything seriously. Also, his shonen rival is also ass. Bro doesn't say a word and is sulking always in the corner, and those are our two main characters. The clown and the guy who's not there. Nice.
Okay.
And
I never read Slam Dunk or watched it.
the artwork is great, and in terms of suspension, it's probably one of the greatest sports manga, but you need to feel something when the characters are playing and doing stuff, so that you cheer them on and stuff, and that's where Slam Dunk lacks for me. Or you need to hate them. For example, Blue Lock is a great example for a manga where you just hate some of the players and want them to fail. Like, we both of us like Yuichi in Blue Lock, and we want to see him crush Kaiser because he's an asshole as well. Even that Slam Dunk isn't nailing for me. So there's in a sports show no character I can cheer on, and no characters I hate and want to see lose. Plus, it takes like 5 or 6 volumes to even get them playing basketball. Before that, we were just being like Tokyo Revengers and brawling in the school. Then they can read Tokyo Revengers or Windbreaker and not Slam Dunk.
Mhm.
I want to see the sport, not that shit. So, Slam Dunk, overrated for me. Up next, quite a hot take. It's No Game, No Life. But
Mhm.
I would also say I hate this show. I dropped it after 3 episodes. There's nothing good in it. But I would also say this take, which I have, is not that biased because I copied it from a colleague at work. Imagine if No Game No Life Season 2 is announced. And the delusional fans, their expectations and hype will be through the roof. And then expectations and hype cannot be met, making No Game No Life Season 2 the most overrated anime season ever. I think that's a solid take.
And I really hope that doesn't happen in any way, any
But, but,
universe.
but the hype for
I
the
mean,
fans will be crazy. That's why I think there's some
yes,
logic.
yes, but I mean, it could happen definitely, but I'm coping on that. I really hope it doesn't happen.
Because No Game No Life is also a kinda old school isekai, and those are a relic from a not old time. This time was 5 years ago. But you know what I wanted to say. Isekais are outdated nowadays.
Yeah.
And so watching nowadays No Game Life Season 2 won't be the same as back in the days.
Mm.
Because if you think about it, what was the last new isekai that was good? We don't count Lord of the Mysteries. That's not the typical isekai from Japan. Eminence in Shadow. That's it from the new ones, I would
Mm.
say. The rest are all established franchises. Slime, Zero, and stuff. Tanya's getting a second season. Overlord is old. Konosuba, Mushoku Tensei, all established. Shield Hero, even though Shield Hero is mid as fuck. But all of the new isekais are not gaining popularity.
Yes, absolutely, because it's fast food nowadays. Fast food isekai.
The genre is dead. That's why even though No Game No Life Season 2 will be hype, when it's potentially coming, who knows? I think it won't be able to live up to that hype.
Yeah, it could be. But I watched a fast food isekai which was called My Ridiculous Reincarnation, and what the fuck was this? I watched one episode and I instantly dropped it. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
I don't know the shows, so I can't comment. Und jetzt
It's it's
Isekai
it's
nowadays are.
airing this season.
Nice.
It's something like I got reincarnated as a fucking vending machine. Like, bro, who the fuck asked for this shit? Like, we don't want to see this. We want quality like ReZero, Moshok, or something. Eminence.
I mean, Kadokawa, the biggest, is one of the biggest publisher in Japan and biggest Isekai publisher. They also noticed they had like 50 or 60 revenue percent lost last year. And they made not a statement, an interview where they said, yeah, well, our normal strategies with isekais are failing, so we need to do something else and need to make more quality products. Let's say it like that.
Yes.
So maybe it will change in the future. Who knows?
I hope so.
Then up next, let me check my list. I have another manga from Takehiko Inoue, who also makes Slam Dunk. It's Vagabond. But before I get crucified, Vagabond is a great manga, and I have not read it fully. That's very important because, from what was advertised to me, it was similar to Vinland Saga with very good character development for Musashi, with all of the peace stuff, with philosophical stuff. And currently, I am not at that point, but I know that point will come. But as it stands now for me, Vagabond is overrated. It's not a 10 out of 10, it's just like a 9 or an 8.5. But maybe it will be a 10 out of 10 when we get to the point where all of the people are praising it for. Who knows? But I put it in the list because you also had the feeling when you started watching a show which was highly praised, but you didn't see why it was highly praised before because you needed to read like 20 volumes or needed to watch 50 episodes.
Yes.
The classic. The classic One
Mm.
Piece syndrome or old shonen stuff.
Yes.
I mean, I've read 20 volumes from Vagabond, 20 from 37. I'm far in. But I'm not there yet where I wanted to be. But I still will wait patiently every 2 months for a new volume and continue reading. Because in Germany we are
Yes.
getting a new release which I'm buying. So, Vagabond is good. Don't get me wrong, Vagabondo fans. But it's not that good, and at least not that good at the point where I am. Then my next overrated thing we've put in your episode were One Punch Man and Spy Family thing. So I think
Yes.
now we can go to my underrated things.
Yes.
And for my underrated things, some of the series you don't know, but I have categorized them in symptoms, so you can talk about the symptom, why what makes them underrated. At first, I have Drifting Dragons, an adventure anime about hunting dragons, adventure manga and anime. And I would say one thing why the manga is underrated because the anime is shit. It's a 10-year-old CGI Netflix anime, which looks
Okay.
garbage. So that did not help the manga sales, I would say. Also, when I describe it like that, it's kind of hard to sell it because when I say dragons, you think like, oh, medieval dragons. I see 100 of them already in 100 different series. But no, the dragons are actually different because they look more like Lovecraftian horror creatures. They look scary and opposing and all have unique designs. But you can say that in like a short sentence that you need to present a series on TikTok or stuff. So that why I think it's also hard to promote a series. Also, it's an adventure series without a red string, so that doesn't help either in promoting stuff. But yeah, I think it's a goated manga. It's very good and should deserve more attention.
Hmm.
Then
Hmm.
up next, going back to the isekai genre, I have a new gate, an actually good isekai, in like we already talked before, in an in an oversaturated genre. Because if nowadays an actually good isekai comes out, nobody will watch it because imagine going to a friend. Look, I have a good isekai. Do you want to watch or read it? No, the friend is saying and rolling their eyes. There's nothing to get for me there. I've seen every isekai trope imaginable on the planet. And then the friend leaves. The anime is also kinda alright. It's no disaster, but it's nothing special.
Hmm.
While I think the manga is good, it has unique and cool art. It does also one thing which I think a great isekai should do. where MC is actually being involved in the world and with the world. That is what makes an isekai good. And the fact that the character isekai actually matters. For example, that's still the strongest point of Mushoku Tensei. Even though the show has some problems, the fact that Rudy has his character development and getting over his sexual anxiety, over his, do you say, neatness? The fact that he's being a neat and not leaving the house.
Mm.
That he uses second chance.
Yes.
That makes Mushoku by definition at least a good isekai because it uses genre well. Because if we use action, for example, a good action show needs to have good action. Because
Yes.
if your action show has shit action, but the writing is good, then you still failed as an action show. It's quite simple.
Mm.
So that I would say Newgate actually underrated good isekai. Then up next, this is only for the Germans. I have Arjun. Because I know a lot of English speaking people know Arjun, and they have two editions which they can actually buy in the store. While in Germany, Arjun is out of print and impossible to get complete. And that's why the manga is in Germany kinda underrated. Because we see on social media your content and stuff, and we know that Sato's the goat villain. A grand performing aura, very nice, very nice. But if we can't buy the manga, then how should we rate it if we can't read it? Because we are nice Christian boys, not doing any illegal stuff like other people. Not you, the other
Ah,
guys on the internet.
yes, yes. We don't do
Obviously,
that.
obviously. So if we can read something, how can we rate it? We could watch an anime on Netflix. Oh wait, that's a CGI massacre which looks like total garbage. Then well, how should we consume that? I don't know. I mean, I can speak English. I bought the English edition. That's not my problem. But for some people who only want to read German mangas, well, they sucks for them. And
Hmm.
that's why Arjun is kind of underrated in Germany because we can't read it. Sad.
Yes.
Up next, I have Rosario plus a vampire. Possibly the greatest combination between romance and action. Or let's say it's shonen action. Just like Marriage Toxin, just way better in terms of action and romance, I would say the manga. But again, the problem the anime is horrendously bad. It's an insult, basically, to the second season of the manga. Because after, was it like 10 volumes, the manga goes into a second season. The tone shifts, it's going more into an action battle shonen way. It goes a bit away from its edgy harem stuff. Well, the harem stuff is there, but it's better because it's actually well, it makes sense. The main character go talks to the females and okay, how are the words? He talks about his feelings with them, not like in every
Hmm.
other harem show where we just have a
Yes.
decision at the end. It's done. No, that's a constant topic in the show, which is actually nice to see. The show is also a nice anti-racism message. Artwork is great in the second part and has some great fights. But you either won't see that if you just watch the anime and have a bad experience with it, or if you just read the 10 first volumes and thought to yourself, well, this was just basic edgy harem stuff with some action. I've already seen that 1,000 times. No, thank you, good sir. I'm not going to buy the second season. That's why I would say this manga is also underrated. You can also
Hmm.
make the argument that in general shows are kind of underrated where the show needs to ramp up to be good because for One Piece and the other big three, where people are saying, "Ooh, but 50 episodes is good," millions of people say that. Then you will probably watch that. But if just
Yes.
ten guys online say, "Oh, the show will get good after 10 manga volumes," would you read those 10 manga volumes?
Probably not.
See? Quite simple. And on to the last. I have the Fable. It's an assassin manga from a guy who needs to live in a country town and not assassinate people because, it's a lifestyle change that he needs to appreciate life and gets better at his job at the end. And I would say the Fable is a kind of manga which is hard to sell because the setting sounds kind of basic. And when I need to describe it, I say it has a very unique style of comedy, which is morbidly funny, which, well, that's a useless kind of recommendation because it's always hard to sell comedy, especially if the comedy is unique.
Mm.
And when I say there's some thrilling action without really that much fighting happening, because our guy is so skilled that the fights end in always 3 seconds. That isn't something where I can go to a TikTok crowd and say, oh, here, look, there's like One Punch Man, just an assassin, he just beats everyone in 3 seconds. No, they want to see long action fests, not a guy doing martial arts and beating his opponents or killing them with a gun in one shot.
Mm.
That's also just satisfying for our TikTok Zoomers. So I would say, even though Fable is great, it's hard to recommend. And that's in general one problem that you have with unique shows. It's sometimes hard to sell niche or unique shows. A great example, which is currently airing, is Akane Banashi. It could also think, well, I think it also could be kinda in the underrated list, but I don't actually know how well it's rated currently. That's why it's not in this list.
Mm.
But it's so niche that it is probably underrated if you think about the setting.
Yes.
Did you know what Rakugo was before you watched that show, for example?
Nope, never heard of that before.
And you study Japanology,
Yes.
so you should be a guy who knows that. Imagine I go to my average show and say, oh, the show's about Rakugo. What? Oh, it's a Japanese form of theater play where one person makes a theatrical play. Okay, and why should I watch it? That sounds boring. Would be the reaction.
Yeah.
So sometimes shows are hard to sell, even though it's
And
worthwhile watching them.
I mean, it has only 50, 57,000 members on my anime list.
Yes. And I would say the manga is also quite niche, even though it's available on Manga Plus. But maybe Akane Banashi will make the Oshinoko route, or will take the Oshinoko route, better wording. And with that, I am done.
Nice. But what's up next week?
Recap.
Yes.
Quite simple.
So guys, if you like this episode and watched this far, please consider a subscribe and a like for this episode. And stay tuned for the next episode. We hope to hear you there. Until then,
Also,
have a good time.
also 1 second
What?
before you go. There's a trend in the new episode which is quite funny. The
What is
Zoomer
it?
who the Zoomer who should be being short, precise, is yapping like a madman, and I, the Boomer, who you think is no more explanatory, is now being short and precise.
Yes.
Interesting change. Interesting change.
Yes, I wanted to make a good time for the viewers. But yeah. I also will yap a lot in the next episode again because because yeah, we got some big animes
Big
and
season.
some big yapping. Oh shit. Next week will a yap festival of me.
For me as well, because I'm going to the biggest anime manga con in Germany, so there will also some
Stay tuned.
stories be told. Yes. And now we can say bye.
Yes. Goodbye.
Bye.